Hello and welcome to GBAC, Global Board Advisors, boardroomeducation.com. I'm Yusuf Azizullah, the CEO. We have the great pleasure of inviting Konstantin Saroyan, who is the Secretary General of the Federation of European Stock and Asian Stock Exchanges. Welcome. Please introduce yourself and about the exchanges. We are eager to learn about it. Please, welcome.
Thank you, Yusuf. It's nice to have this kind of format and this kind of interview with you, and just to talk and discuss what is happening in our federation, in our region. My name is Konstantin Saroyan. I'm a Secretary General of the Federation of EuroAsian Stock Exchanges. Besides that, I'm also a board member in several organizations and companies, and at the same time, I'm also contributing now quite significant efforts toward development of corporate governance, particularly in Armenia. And a lot of things, and a lot of things what I'm doing, starting from agriculture to fintech, so a lot of things. Briefly, it's pretty much that.
Great. Tell me about the federation. What members, and it's very diverse area. So because, at Boardroom Education, we want to bring in not only the developed markets, but emerging and growth areas that investors and CEOs and board of directors have overlooked. So that's why I'm really glad to have you on our platform. So tell me about, what exchanges are there, members, and give us some insights, please.
Indeed, it's a very diverse community we have, membership base. According to our charter, our mission is to assist the development of capital markets in the region of stock exchanges of Europe and Asia. And we have members, not only exchanges, but also CSDs, also developmental institutions like EBRD is also our member. And we have also stock exchanges, particularly from post-Soviet Union countries, Middle East, Eastern Europe. Currently, we have 42 members and observers from 30 countries. Basically, the key characteristic which I can give for the federation is multicultural environment. That's, I think, the biggest value what we have.
Looking at from Armenia, Cyprus, Egypt, are very diverse, as you said, and Istanbul, Turkey, and Iran, and multiple countries, and very emerging. So the question that investors always ask is the political risks and so forth. Why should we look at those areas? I mean, I think recently you guys have been creating a lot of policies that are welcoming to business and investors. Could you talk about any in the member states, some of them that would be interest to us, like why should we focus on this region,
we have quite interesting markets, of course, and as you said, so those are emerging and those are developing countries, of course, and it's always quite interesting to enter the market when it is on the development stage rather than it is already developed.
True, of course.
From their interest and from their perspective. So I can give you an example. For example,
please.
Very fast growing market currently is, for example,
Uzbekistan, right?
Post-Soviet Union country. They have been closed not only for the international investors, but for international trade as well. And after the change of the regime there, so they opened up their economy and they started privatizing their state-owned enterprises, etc. So, and that's interesting because, when it was after the collapse of the Soviet Union, so many countries, they went through this privatization process. But Uzbekistan, they hold on that. They have not done that 30 years before. So they are doing that. The investors are already matured about the post-Soviet Union countries from that perspective. So that's one of the interesting markets as well. So what I would like to say is, so those countries who has been closed to some extent, from some perspective, either those are political ones or the other ones, so those are quite interesting to enter, and where the capital market is currently also developing. So this means that they're bringing, and the investors can bring not only their money, but also their expertise from the corporate governance perspective, from the governance perspective in general. And that will be the interest.
That is amazing. I want to change gears a little bit. You brought a very great point. Absolutely. These were closed markets in former Soviet Union, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and all that. And now they're opening up themselves, their markets, their opportunities, for investors and people to come in and so forth. Let's look at it from a sustainability perspective. In the US, we're going to have elections in the next couple of months, and we will see either President Trump returns or President Biden, keeps his presidency second term. Either way, that will decide sustainability. But in your areas, Egypt hosted the COP27, Uzbekistan you talked about, this region, the Middle East, Eastern European countries, and so on. Talk about sustainability efforts and something that, within the member states, the member exchanges, what are they doing? And is that still a focus and concern to them, or is that not a priority? Could you just give us a little highlight on that? Yes.
Yeah, surprisingly, but
Yeah.
the countries which someone could think that shouldn't pay any attention to sustainability issues,
Right.
they're paying quite big attention to that.
Right.
And when it comes to our members, for example,
Right.
we are currently we are partners with SSE, Sustainability Exchange Initiative. We are working closely with all our members in this area, this regard, and so we are organizing trainings, etc. But and at the same time, those exchanges, majority of our exchanges, yes, they are producing sustainability reports. They are publishing sustainability reports. They are also inputting some clauses in their listing rules, etc. For this kind of companies, from the green bonds issuances, etc. So that's one of the trends. Not only in the developed countries, but also in the developed countries and exchanges particularly.
You had a big conference in Uzbekistan, and that was just amazing. I followed on social media. Do you guys have annual meetings? The association, talk to me about it. How often do you guys meet? And how can somebody participate and learn more about these conferences and activities, so they can, institutional investors are on our audiences and global Fortune 500 CEOs, they can attend and meet the shakers and makers. And there's how tell us about events and how do we get involved?
Yeah. So organizing conferences, this type of conferences has been done in Samarkand. So it's one of our directions. So besides that, we are doing trainings. We are also assisting in researches and many other things. We are also developing some materials for increasing financial literacy in countries, etc. We have published several comics books in the topics of corporate governance and capital market. So, but coming back to your question, yes, we are organizing several events a year. We have one big event, our flagship event, that's Confess, as you mentioned, has been done in Samarkand. But we are also organizing the smaller events. We call it Meet the Market or Capital Market Talks, where we are visiting a particular country and we are meeting, our members are meeting with all stakeholders and with the investment community within a particular country, just to share the experience, share the knowledge, and also to hear what are their challenges and how they can overcome that in order to solve those issues within there.
Amazing. Love to be participating. Myself and our audiences, get involved and participate and meet the people. It's an amazing market. It's such a diverse thing, and it's all the focus in energy and focus in so much infrastructure building and so forth is happening in these Eastern European and markets, and these opening up markets in former Soviet Union and then Egypt and then Turkey. I just find it amazing. I think it's a very diverse, and Cyprus in some Miski considers this like a developed market, and some consider it up there emerging markets. So just like a very diverse spectrum, and I'm so glad that I could bring this insight to you. And thank you, Konstantin, for sharing some insights into this amazing market and areas. We want to be involved, and we'll be definitely in touch. And I thank you again for taking the time and sharing some of your insights into these markets. Again, thank you for coming, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best, my friend.